Well, hello there, and today is a brand new video and a brand new series called Learn and Play. And this involves me playing a few seeds each week, and you will also be able to play along in the description, so feel free to play them beforehand if you don't want any spoilers. And I will be going through each individual round, sharing my thought process for guessing the country, getting the region, and so on. And like I say, feel free to ask any questions in the comments and share your own tips there, as well as this series is aimed for all abilities to improve and enjoy GeoGuessr together. Today we have three maps. We've got Arbitrary Rural World, we've got Less Extreme Region Guessing, and we've got Balanced Russia. And all will be played in no moving and 1 minute timer, so they'll be quite fast paced. Links will be in the description for all these challenges. And yeah, let's jump into the first map. All these would be no move, like I said before, and let's begin. Okay, so for the first round, looks like we've got an octagonal pole, and this kind of like concrete road. To me, I see this a lot in Oaxaca, in Mexico, and it is dangerous because this could very easily be Colombia, and that is my worry here if it is Colombia, because Colombia can have some beta rounds like this. The red text, I'm not sure if that's a meta, but I might try Cundinamarca here. I think that might have red text, I might be wrong, but that's just near Bogota. But yeah, let's just see what this round is, and we can move on. Okay, well, that's a perfect start. So yeah, pretty much for that round, we had octagonal poles, which you get a lot in Colombia and Mexico for the Americas. Like those like trees gave me that Americas kind of feel. And then stubby antenna also confirms Mexico, Colombia as well. And then the thing that made me avoid like Mexico there was just the general like climate just felt a bit strange for Mexico, and also like this clamp could be a Bogota thing. I'm not too sure, but I feel like I've seen red text or red numbers in Bogota before, or Cundinamarca, which is the region. So yeah, that's why I went there, and yeah, perfect start. So glad I didn't go Mexico there. And if this is Black Car Gen 3 with stubby antenna, it should only be Colombia 99% of the time. But yeah, perfect start. Are we recording? Yes, we are. And yeah, let's just move into the next round. That was a perfect first rounder. This round, we've got this bollard. It's quite hard to see, but we're in Europe. But we have these guardrails, and these are called like, not B-type, but C-type guardrails, I think they're called, or thin A-type. But pretty much this type of guardrail, I can link it in the description, is specific to Czech and Slovakia. So it's a 50-50 between those two countries. And because we've got red car, if you're a Google car merchant, is only found in Slovakia at the moment, so that should confirm Slovakia. So now we just have to weigh up the landscape. Feels quite hilly and open, so probably go a bit more east into the mountains here. Other than that, there's not really much else to say here, besides just going for a guess and hoping that we are close enough. But yeah, let's just send and see how close we can get here. And we pretty much almost get the road, so far a pretty good start of the episode and the series, so pretty good. And it looks like we're back into Europe again. And it looks like what I think we've got. I think we've got Spanish poles, but I sometimes muddle up waffle poles in Spain and Portugal and France, but I think these are more Spanish looking, but I could be mistaken, so it's probably good to check my surroundings a bit more. Yeah, this one's a bit scary because I was debating Portugal a bit and even France. My gut is still preferring Spain over those two. I do not know where to guess this though. Very strange and unusual round. Yeah, I don't really know which one to go here. I might go Spain, like West Spain, to cover Portugal border, but honestly, this could easily be like South France for all I know, which I'm really worried about, to be honest, but I guess we'll find out very shortly. Okay, it was actually Portugal. Okay, yeah. So those polls, yeah, I feel like this seed has been really good so far, and I wonder if someone in chat can get like, or someone in the video who's watching right now might have got 24k, but Yeah, I guess they are more laddery actually, because the closer you get, the more you can see them further apart. And you've also got the holes here, which I did not see the holes when I was looking, I don't think. So maybe if I had a better look, maybe I would have spotted the holes. But yeah, that is a quite a tough one. I think my guess is okay, but the vegetation didn't feel like this area, so I probably should have gone Portugal. I feel like I've wasted points there. But nevertheless, we can move on. And this time we've got ladder poles again. But this time we should be in the Americas, and we get ladder poles in the Americas. We're in Brazil. So now we need to work out where in Brazil we are. Okay, so we've got no support on the cross beams, so that usually means we're either towards the north or the west. We've also got sticker car, which is also favouring the west. So this round, I think I'm more favouring something like Rondonia or along those lines. Quite a suspicious round, to be honest. It could be even a weird MGDS. But I think I like Rondonia the most here. No fog light is a bit suspicious on the car. So I could be very, very wrong here. And I think Rondonia usually has 50-50. So this is quite a worrying ground. But with sticker car, I feel like I have to go west. But this could very easily be very wrong. So let's just find out where this is. Okay, it is Rondonia, which is nice. So a bit further north than Presidented, but still Rondonia, still getting the right state, which is good, pretty decent. And final round, let's have a look. Okay, so it looks like we've got some Portugal action, I think. Worried about Spain, sorry, worried about France, however. But lots of these pines. There's not really much sign of eucalyptus, which if I saw eucalyptus, I'll be definitely much more leaning into Portugal. But I still feel like this is much like to be Portugal, although South France is a danger this round. But I don't think we have any clues. But like these long dashes in the middle, I don't really see that much in Spain. So that's why I kind of rule out Spain here. I don't really feel like I see that as much in Portugal either, but with this landscape and these like conifers, I'm thinking like somewhere in North or Central Portugal here. I'm not too sure specifically where, but maybe I'll hedge a bit more north here. But yeah, I think this is probably Portugal, but we'll see at the end of the round. And it is Portugal, but a bit more south. So first game, we got 23.3k, which is pretty solid for my stands, I would say. We had a good start. We had a great guess on Colombia. But like I say, I think there is metas for the Columbia lamp attachments, and that might have been one of the examples. I think it was the Bogota one, but I guess you can find out on Plunkett and stuff. Usually the resources are on the Discord. But yeah, two Portugals. I think the only thing I'm not really happy about was me not going Portugal there with the landscape and vegetation not really feeling Spanish. Like if we go back to it, we can clearly see something is off. Like you usually get more like dry, kind of dry terrain towards the west part of Spain around there. So it was probably not wise sending Portugal there, and I probably should have committed more. But honestly, could be worse. I think we could be positive there, and it's not a bad start to the series. But let's hope we continue a good run here. And like I say, if you've got any questions from that seed, comment down below. And yeah, we can jump into the second seed now. And yeah, like I said, don't be shy about, being last or being first or whatever. Like, play these seeds if you want to. And like I say, if you've got questions in the comments, let me know. But yeah, so this round looks like we're in Australia. So we've got very orange soil, so I'm thinking towards West Australia. But this is the type of round I can't tell whether I should go like somewhere along like here, which is what I was debating, or I go somewhere more towards the 1-2-3 around here. So a bit of a concerning round, to be honest. The fact that it bends quite, the fact we're on a bend is quite suspicious. But we do have quite a bit of bends there, so maybe I should just go with that. Maybe that is better. I'm not too sure. I think I'm gonna stick where I am. I feel like I like more north, but um, if I'm off, that's probably why. Okay, I mean that's not a bad guess. Pretty good start, so I can quickly explain why I was fancying these two areas. I mean, if you're not sure how I got West Australia there, first of all, West Australia is just notorious for having much more like reddish or very, very dark orange soil like this. And I feel like also quite a lot of West Australia has unique like road quality, but maybe just yapping there. Lots of random small shrubs, not many trees. Maybe move away from South Australia as well. And then if you want some more niche stuff, you've got this like reddish car, which as of current coverage, from what I've learned, I think you get it along this road for a bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, any Australians or any Australian experts. But I also know you get a fair bit north of Perth, so like east of Geraldton I was debating. That's the reasons behind getting that guess on round one. But yeah, not too bad again, not a bad start. Hopefully we can continue the run. Okay, round two seems a lot more difficult already. My first thought was Colombia, very dry, very open, cacti dominant. We can't use the sun, so really with this dry deserty environment, I'm thinking either like up here or very northeast Brazil or somewhere really dry in Mexico. It's not US and all that. So it's one of those three, but I feel like Colombia, with just how sandy and dry and just only cacti really, like this is quite strange for me if it was Brazil, but it could still be. This is not a guarantee. But I feel like I'm just going to try and find somewhere that could have some random dry coverage up here. But yeah, honestly, this might not be good, but hopefully we are okay this round. Fingers crossed. Okay, it was a bit more south, but still, we got Colombia. Another good round. Quite hard to, um, explain that. It was quite a tough one, just a vibe thing. But like I say, some of the stuff in GeoGuessr, if you're new or just getting into it, a lot of it is just getting used to what places look like. Sometimes you don't need metas to get things like that. Okay, so this round looks like we've got some UX action. So if you look at the blurs of the car, if we got one triangle on either side, that is the US blur, and that's a good way to separate it from Canada, like 90% of the time. But based on how northern this is, we should be in Alaska. The only problem is I don't really know my Alaska coverage very well, but I was thinking it was somewhere further north, like somewhere towards here. But like I say, I'm not really that good when it comes to Australia, Alaska. But it looks like both roads are bending to the west, so maybe that could help us. That's bending to the west, that's bending to the east. Maybe this bend could work. This could be a lot further south as well. Not really too sure where specifically to go here, but hopefully we get a good guess here, and we'll find out shortly. Not a great guess for Alaska standards. Yep, it's definitely something I need to study, and it makes a lot more sense to be here, but I was a bit confused why we didn't see these mountains. But then again, you could make the same case for these mountains as well. But yeah, 470 kilometers for grinding, that is not a good thing for practicing, US and stuff. So that's something to improve on. But we did get Alaska, and now we've got Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan's one of those countries you can learn a lot of the roads. But this round, I will definitely need to focus more because I don't actually know where this is at the moment. I've not seen coverage like this, but we can check the road angle. So I was debating somewhere in Arbitrary, so I was debating something like this maybe, but I don't know if that's going to be correct. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't really recall much coverage around here looking like this, so it could be a Beatty East that's going to cause problems, but I still feel like this is a fair guess. And it was that road, nice. So the reason why I thought that road was first of all climate. So a good way to split up Kazakhstan is splitting it into different environments first, and then you can learn the roads. So here I can see there's a lot of very white sand, and like I say, not many trees, not many shrubbery. So if we go to the Kazakhstan map, if there's no signs of trees, you should exclude all this north and here, and you've also got the big mountains here, so you can realize where all the big mountain ranges are. But when you get really white sand, usually you should think Mangistau, Atirau, maybe some bits of Aktobi, but mostly these two, Kreisländer and Turkestan. I wasn't getting a Turkestan vibe because Turkestan, it usually looks a lot more green than this. You usually get more hints of green grass in Turkestan, the region. So that's what ruled out Turkestan. And when it comes to Kreisländer, none of the road angles lined up. And I know this road looks very different. Mangistau, one of the reasons is first of all, none of the roads added up, and also the Google car ruled out a lot of the roads that it could be in Mangistau. Same with the cover, the weather coverage. Very niche stuff, but like I say, I'm arguably one of the best Kazakhstan players out there at the moment. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I feel like I am when it comes to the road stuff. But yeah, I confirmed Attirau by ruling out those because I just none of the roads I know from those had that kind of like coverage and kind of like openness to it. And this was the only part of Attirau that kind of made sense because this will look a bit different and none of the other road angles add up. So yeah, pretty solid round again. And we're on to round 5, which looks like we've got some Japan. Okay, so we've got like the Transformers sitting on like some like planks here, which you can see the wooden planks like sticking out. This is specific mostly to Kanto, but we have to be careful because what's it called? Okinawa does like stealing things from other regions or electric companies in different regions, but this should be Kanto. We've also got silver plate, which is very common in Kanto, and usually you can see a line of text going straight down. So we're in Kanto. I don't think I'll be able to see anything that gives away the prefecture here, but I think with how flat it is, I'll probably send somewhere around Tokyo, kind of like either here or here, but maybe I'll just hedge a bit more towards Chiba, but we'll see. And it was in Chiba actually, so I think technically we got the prefecture as well. So, you know what, not a bad game again, 22.8k. The only negative was Alaska. The Alaska round was not great. Everything else was pretty much spot on. But yeah, if you've got any questions about any of those rounds, feel free to let me know in the comments as always. And finally, probably the one I'm going to struggle with a lot more in this episode is Balanced Russia. I have started studying the far east of Russia and will be doing some streams on studying Russia in the future, so keep an eye on my Twitch, which is linked in the description. And yeah, so we're doing no move, and like I said, this is without revising any notes before the video. This is just pure test to see how this goes. But yeah, if you want to play along as well, you're more than welcome to. All challenges are linked below. Let's jump into it, and hopefully we can do okay here. Okay, so we start off with Gen 4 Winter, and we've also got antenna here. So with this kind of landscape with winter coverage, I either think it's going to be, well, it's mostly going to be southern Russia, like around here. But with antenna, you usually should think around the Ukraine border. So really, I'm debating Shakti here because we see a lot more of the trees. There's not really many birch at all, and the actual branches are quite like wide and like stretched out, which usually means it's more southern vegetation compared to like the more northern birch and spruce you get. And you can't really see many spruce here either. The red brick buildings are kind of like Shakti or maybe whatever this is called, Taganrog. So I'm kind of stuck between those two. I can have a quick look at Taganrog. I mean, it could work the road angle. I might try Taganrog instead. And it was pretty much Taganrog, so that's a pretty good start. So far this first episode's been going pretty damn well. But like I say, might as well keep moving. Okay, round 2. Okay, looks like we've got B-type antenna because the marker is to the left. So automatically with B-type, we check for smudges. There are no smudges. So without the smudges, with B-type, with how open this is, I think I like Kurgan with the openness with the landscape. You can get this in, I think, Krasnoyarsk as well, and some of the west. But I think Kurgan's the most sensible one to do here. We've got a road angle going towards the south and north. So let's just try and see if we can find anything that makes sense. Something along these lines. I don't really know. I'm trying to work out if there's actually any roads that make sense. Like I say, I don't know every road when it comes to Kurgan, but I think I like Kurgan here. And it indeed was, but on the main road. Okay, probably not the best score To be honest, I should have probably found that angle, but like I say, I still need to practice when it comes to getting the right roads in some, oblasts in Russia, and especially the eastern ones. I do need to study more. But yep, that's pretty good. We still got Kurgan, which is the key thing. So far we're doing pretty okay, but this one is definitely a lot more concerning. So the first thing we need to check is vegetation. Do we have any Siberian pines? I don't think we do. So now we need to make a decision whether this is Murmansk or more up here, because it's very northern looking, a lot of sand. We don't have car color, which I think rules out all this area most likely. It doesn't always show up though, but I kind of want to go Murmansk because of the August coverage. But I could be very wrong here, chat. I keep saying chat like it's a stream, but I think with ruling that out, I'm kind of fancying some road here. Maybe I'm going to be incredibly wrong this round. This is why we learn and improve at the game. I might even try this road actually. Maybe this road is better. Yeah, I don't expect to do very well here, but maybe we can get a good guess in here. We'll see. I do like Murmansk, but let's find out. Okay, we get the road. This is a really, really good episode. Jesus, I'm actually kind of cooking. But okay, round 4 seems quite gettable again, but I don't really know this kind of coverage, which is kind of worrying. But A-type antenna, but lots of winter coverage with snow. Um, I know there's snow coverage, I think, here near Novos, and I was debating if it was that, but I'm kind of a bit concerned if it isn't, because it doesn't feel that eastern to me, but I think I might just go for it because I don't know, and if I don't know, I might as well try this. So I want to give it a try. So let's just have a weigh up of any roads. Maybe like this road could make sense. I don't really know. This one I think is probably going to be wrong, but if I've got the coverage right, this will be very good, but we'll see. Okay, it was that. Okay, today is going really, really well. And finally, the 5th one. Looks like we've got some autumn coverage. This one is a lot more unusual, I would say. I was debating something like north of Yekaterinburg or something along those lines, but what else could make sense? I don't think Perm. I think I like north of Yekaterinburg the most here. I guess Krasnoyarsk is possible, but I think this feels more west than that. Yeah, this one I don't really know what's going on, but I'm gonna trust my auto coverage vibe for Yekaterinburg. Okay, so that's a dual carriageway, so maybe we'll go further up the road potentially then. Like over here, but yeah, probably not gonna get this one wrong. I'm gonna get this one wrong, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean it's still Yekaterinburg. We still got Yekaterinburg from that. That was a really I was really happy with how that went. Like honestly, 21k might not sound like a lot, but for Russia terms, for someone who's just getting into it and starting to study it well, there was not a single East Russia round, and I still got every oblast correct, which is really, really nice to see. And I'm very happy with that. So yeah, any questions about the Russia seeds? I will try my best, but maybe some other experts can let me know. Comment down below. But yeah, wow, what a performance! Like I honestly can't believe how well I played in some of those games. I think there was the first game could have been a 24k seed. I definitely should have got that Portugal round. I feel like wasn't easy though. The Alaska one, again, if I got Alaska, I'd be very close to 24k. And Russia's just big. 21.8k on Russia on areas you haven't really studied that well is really good. I hope you enjoy this video, everyone. The next episode of the series will be next week around the same time, so definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Also, if you want to try out next week's links are in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, of course.